Iya,
Anda,
Pak.
Anda menerjemahkan seks itu apa dan gender apa?
Jenis kelamin mungkin.
Jenis kelamin. Jenis kelamin itu untuk kata yang mana, Mas? Seksnya atau gendernya?
Lebih ke gendernya sepertinya.
Gender. Kalau begitu seks terjemahannya apa?
Seksnya lebih ke kayak hubungan intim gitu.
Oke, ya, thank you. Yang lain, do you have the same ideas?
No.
No, so how is it?
Oh,
Kalau menurut saya seks itu lebih ke arah biologically defined. Kalau gender itu biasanya lebih ke socially constructed gitu loh. Apa yang orang-orang pikirkan tentang kayak gender gitu. Kalau misalnya yang seks itu lebih ke biologi gitu. Kalau menurut saya gitu.
Yeah, I go with the idea RC. But RC, how will you translate the word sex and gender in bahasa Indonesia? Your translation?
That's a difficult one. Wait, let me think.
Yeah, so it seems that when we translate it, we will say that sex is jenis kelamin and gender is also jenis kelamin. I do not know. Even, ya, beberapa orang mengatakan demikian. Or, if not, they will say that gender is gender. It remains. Just the different spellings in bahasa, G becomes J, begitu kan? But when we ask further, it is hard for us. If you ask people outside, you go out after this, you go out, and then you ask people that you meet there, what is sex? And then they will say, I'm sure they will say jenis kelamin. And then what is gender? They will also say jenis kelamin. But actually, the concepts of those two words is different. As what RC said just now, as you read here, sex is biologically and physiologically determined based on an individual anatomy at birth. Usually we will say male or female, begitu kan? For sex. But gender, no. It is socially construction. An individual gender is their social identity resulting from their culture conception of masculinity and femininity. Mas, Mbak, sampai sini Anda bisa memahaminya?
Belum, Pak. Saya masih agak sedikit bingung.
Oke. Bingung bagaimana, Prayogo?
Saya bingung untuk definisi gender sendiri, Pak. Kalau seks saya bisa menangkap, tapi kalau gender saya masih bingung, Pak.
Ya, saat Anda lahir, then it will be clear from your anatomy whether you are male or female. But here, you haven't grown up your gender. Why? Because, ya, Anda masih bayi, ya, you're still a baby, then you still do not know anything. But as you grow up, then everything around you will construct whether you will be masculine or feminine. It is a social construction. Berikutnya, Aldi akan lebih memperjelas. Oke, Aldi, mungkin kita akan ke slide berikutnya, supaya lebih dapat dipahami. Nantinya, Aldi. Individuals develop their own gender identity influenced in part by the process of gender socialization. The process of gender socialization begins early in life. Children develop understanding of gender categories at a young age. Belum saya jelaskan, tapi sampai sini, do you follow this explanation? Apa yang tertulis di sini, Mas, Mbak? You see that gender socialization. So you've got this term here. Nih, akan memperjelas apa yang dimaksudkan dengan gender, Aldi. A child is more likely to exhibit the behaviors learned from the same gender models. These models include parents, peers, teachers, and figures in the media. So you see that the condition of your sex is not influenced by everything that you have around you, but your gender is influenced by your parents, peers, teachers, and also media. So you see that as you were born, your parents give you name. Because you are female, so your parents give you name Aldi, not Siti. So it also happens to Diva. Her parents give her names Diva, not Anton or Budi. Do you know why? Because this is what your parents want you to be. It is socially constructed. Aldi, do you follow me?
Yes, sir, I got it.
And then the way you behave. So you see that because you are male, then your parents want you to behave like, okay, this is man. So he give you car toys. He wants you to climb trees. And then he also wants you to learn bike earlier than your sister. Why? Because he wants you to behave in this way. But for Diva, no. So the mother will teach her, okay, it's better for you to play a doll, not a car. And also, because she's afraid, then she forbids Diva to learn to ride bikes as soon as Aldi learns how to ride a bike. Mas, Mbak, Anda mengikuti saya? The same, what happens to your friends? Valentina will play together with Diva. She will not go out more with Aldi than with Diva. Karena Anda memiliki same genders, then you will get together with the ones who have same genders. And then your communication, your context will influence each other. Bahwa begini loh, berbuat menjadi cewek. Sementara Aldi akan bersama dengan si Reno, dengan si Jehan, dan juga dengan si Arsi. Bahwa, okay, when someone insult you, then you have to fight them. Begitu kan? Sementara Valentina dan juga si Utita dan yang lain will not do that. They will talk about them only, not invite them to have a fight. Okay, Mas, Mbak? And also the teachers. So you see that, remember when you were in schools, how your teacher treated you. Anda lihat, bagaimana antara teman cowok dan teman cewek was treated by your teachers. When your friends made mistakes, and it was made by a male friends, then he would be punished more than your female friends when she made the same mistakes. Okay? And also, when you got sport lessons, so you see that you would not be asked to achieve the same achievement. Katakanlah antara si Aldi dan Valentina. I'm sure that your teacher gave you difference in achieving the goals in sports. Mas, Mbak, okay? And also the media. You see that media, sometimes we just think that it is just the way to communicate, to tell information, to give entertainment. But actually, it functions more. So in a certain case, media can build how the characters of someone is. Media can construct how you are. So everything that you know nowadays, most of them are from media, not from your parents. kalau Anda lihat sekarang, apalagi pada masa pandemi seperti ini ya, you are online more than before. It means that you contact, you communicate, you talk to media more than to your parents. So, everything that you learn is learned more from media, not from your parents. So that's why then it is stated here that parents, teachers, peers, and also media. If I have to say which ones give influence more, it is media actually. Nowadays. Mas Mbak, sampai sini Anda mengikuti maksud saya? Tapi kemudian,
Pak.
Okay, as you grow up, then you are influenced a lot by everything that you have around you, and also you think more, you think further. Karena itu Mas Mbak, kita diminta untuk to think critically. So do not only accept everything as it is, but you have to think why it becomes so, what happens behind it, why it is said so, and everything. So you have to know further. Anda lihatlah, jangan sekedar karena itulah Anda mendapatkan kuliah CDA kan, Critical Discourse Analysis. So we have to learn why it is said so. Kalau Anda mengikuti hal yang terbaru, ada hal yang menarik yang menurut saya, ada tahu Ustadz yang kemarin berbicara di gereja di Jakarta, yang bersama dengan Anies Baswedan? Halo, Mas Mbak?
Tahu, Pak.
Anda ingat Gus Miftah ya?
Yes, sir.
Nah, saya tidak tahu apakah Anda mengikutinya ya. I think it is interesting to learn. Some people say that it is okay, but some others say no, it is not okay by the religions. Begitu kan? Masing-masing mendapatkan begini begitu ya. I'm sure that you have to read this critically. Do not just accept as it is because the speaker is a religious person or because the speaker someone who has power. No. There is always something when someone says something. This is what we have to understand. Sama lah seperti saat Anda belajar bagaimana masalah KPK. Kalau Anda mengikuti, kemarin kan MK sudah menolak untuk peninjauan Undang-Undang KPK. Do you follow it?
Tidak, Pak.
Oh ya, berarti Anda harus baca lebih banyak Aldi. Mas Mbak, ada yang mengikuti kemarin sidang MK? Ya, saya tidak mengikuti sidangnya sih, I just read the news. Ada mengikuti itu? Undang-Undang KPK yang kemarin tahun 2019? Yang disahkan, kemudian if you remember that even students demonstrated for quite long at the time in Jakarta, and then there were also some victims because of the demonstration. Akhirnya kan juga ada mahasiswa kan banyak menolak itu, juga tokoh-tokoh juga banyak menolak, dan kemudian kemarin MK kan menolak untuk permintaannya kan pembatalan Undang-Undang KPK. Silakan Mas Mbak, Anda baca lagi, Anda lihat. So, when it is said so, and then a person says something, then you have to evaluate carefully. You have to think critically. You have to understand further why it is said so. If you think that it is fine, then that's fine. Tapi ada beberapa yang tidak. Ada beberapa yang, ya, karena itu kepentingan masing-masing. Begitu. Ya, kita jadi berbicara sangat jauh sekali karena kita tadi berbicara mengenai media ya. Sebentar. Ini oke. Kemudian berikutnya gender differences in language phenomenon are not accidental. They have the profound social roots. Jadi Mas Mbak, if you realize it, you see that this condition is not accidental. It is not just happens as it is, but it has a certain root before. If you learn further, then you will understand why it happened so. Mengapa kita berbicara berbeda antara cewek dan cowok. Di bagian berikutnya Anda lihat, men and women have different status and play different roles. Thus, they have different duties and different rights. So you see here, the traditional concept of men outside and women inside has dominated people. So you see your own family, okay, for the example. So who stays at home longer, your father or your mother? I'm
Mother,
sure that it will be your mother. Yeah. While your father will be outside more for his responsibility. Anda lihat di sini, men are seen as the dominators of the status and power. Kalau Anda lihat istilah yang kita punya, kepala keluarga itu siapa? Halo?
ayah, Pak.
Halo, ayah. Tidak pernah kan dikatakan bahwa ibu sebagai kepala keluarga kan? They govern the external world and go out to earn money for the family. That's why then your father is called kepala keluarga. So he made the decision for, even in some cases, if the decision relates with the kitchen business, and it must be in your mother's decision, but in some cases, it still belongs to your father's decision. Women were considered to be weak and only do activities in the families. Begitulah, cuman ya mengatakan yang belakang-belakang sajalah, not the main duties. The next explanation, men have absolute authority in the society. Therefore, their control is in compliance with their position in society. Always interrupting others' conversation is an obvious sign to reflect their social power and controlling force. When you see in the conversation, okay, I know that sometimes it is said that women talk more than men. Yeah, we have to see what topics is discussed there. But in common, you, kebetulan saya cowok, okay, men dominate more in the conversation. When you make a conversation, okay, say that Novan and Eka, you made a conversation, you discuss something, I'm sure that Novan will dominate more. He may be the one who decides what they have to do after they understand a certain situation. Biasanya demikian. So the decision is in man's hand. You may say something, but you cannot be the decision maker. Demikian, Mas Mbak. Kecuali kalau itu diskusi sesama cewek ya, itu akan lain. Anda akan berbicara banyak masing-masing. Similarly, woman's subordination and dependence on status result in the rule position in conversation. There's a direct relationship between woman's phonetic standard and the status of woman. Karena itulah, maka bahasa Anda akan sangat berbeda sekali dengan bahasa cowok. Because your social status, you were dominated by males. So that's why then the choices of the words, the way you speak becomes different. Karena Anda dalam posisi yang lebih lemah biasanya, maka Anda akan memilih kata-kata yang berbeda juga. It is believed that women pay more attention to social status than men because women are economically dependent on them in the past. It is said by Tocqueville. They were slaves in the subordinate position and only played a decorative role in the society. Even in contemporary society, more and more women cut a striking figure in economy, politics, and own the same occupation in many fields as the men, but the primitive social psychology still exists. Men still discriminate against women. Anda mengikuti yang disampaikan di sini? Say that you have, economically you are strong, you can earn by yourself, you can make your own money, you can finance yourself, and financially you do not depend on the man's. But traditionally, the concept, it still exists that man is more powerful than woman. Memang ada istilah suami takut istri. Anda pernah dengar itu?
Sering, Pak.
Ya,
Pak.
Ya, suami takut istri. Even we also have the sinetron in the past. Tapi Mas Mbak, it is just a kind of jokes. I know that in a certain situation it happens, but in common, no. Even though the wife can make income more than the husband, but still the husband dominates the family. Harusnya kan terbalik ya, kalau kita melihat siapa yang berpenghasilan. But the fact now, mengapa? Karena memang traditionally, basically, that's what happened to us before, and it still happens now. Karena itu kemudian the traditional ideas which holds that women are inferior to men are still bound them and remain in people's minds. Itulah yang akhirnya sampai saat ini. Karena itu kalau Anda melihat sering terjadi kekerasan kan dalam rumah tangga ya. Nah, konsepnya semacam inilah. Karena memang kita merasa bahwa susah kalau ngomong kita ya. I try, you see that I'm also man, but I try to make equal position in my family. It also reminds me to respect my wife, to respect my children, my daughters. Walaupun kemudian finally you have to make decision. I try to discuss first. What is the best for us? It is also a reminder for you, Mas, khususnya yang cowok-cowok. Anda saat pacaran sih sepertinya menghargai ya. Tapi kemudian pada saat Anda sudah menjadi suami istri, susah. Ya, kalau Anda membaca kemarin yang saya ikuti, siapa ya pilot yang jadi YouTuber ya, itu kan si cewek Novan atau vegan saya lupa ya. Anda tahu?
Ya tahu Pak.
Yang kemudian cerai?
Anunya masalahnya Kapten Vincent.
Anda ingat? Ya, Kapten Vincent. Ya, Mas Mbak, ada yang lain yang mengikuti berita itu?
Saya enggak, Sir.
Saya tidak, Sir.
Ya, oke. Saya juga tidak terlalu menyukai gosip-gosip gitulah. Tapi kebetulan saya waktu baca ada berita itu ya, saya baca juga sekedar tahu lah. Seperti itu. So Vincent divorced with the first wife ya, kan sudah cerai. Dikatakan itu karena masalah kekerasan ya, begitu. Ada pihak ketiga dan kemudian menikah dengan yang ini, dan ini kemudian cerai lagi ya, karena juga ada kekerasan ya. Seingat saya begitu beritanya. Ya, ada banyak yang demikian terjadi lah. Artis juga ini, kalau Anda lihat Aura Kasih ya, Anda tahu Aura Kasih sudah cerai kan?
Kurang tahu Pak kalau Aura Kasih Pak.
Tapi Anda tahu Aura Kasih kan? Sidan, Anda tahu Aura Kasih?
Saya lupa Pak.
Oke lah, sebentar. Nova, Anda tahu Aura Kasih? Nova Ayu? Tidak, Fadila, Anda tahu Aura Kasih?
Tahu Pak, tapi lupa sama orangnya yang mana.
Sebentar, kalau untuk artis siapa sih yang sekarang Anda ketahui, Mas Mbak?
Artis Indo nggak ada yang tahu Pak. Lupa malah.
Kalau artis luar?
Artis nggak apa Pak namanya Pak. Mungkin perannya doang yang tahu. Cuma namanya
Ya,
doang
oke.
yang tahu.
Ya lah, memang kadang-kadang begitu ya. Kita akan sangat tertarik dengan hal yang kita nikmati ya. Oke, saya juga tidak terlalu mengikuti berita-berita itulah, tidak terlalu mengikuti itu. Tapi ya kebetulan lah, it was written on the newspaper. So I read the newspaper. Kemudian saya ingat Aura Kasih itu dulu mantannya siapa kemarin yang dari Maluku yang meninggal itu loh, penyanyi. Itu kan matanya itu, kemudian pisah, kemudian menikah dengan yang ini, dan kemudian setelah berapa 3 tahun mungkin akhirnya cerai. Ya dikatakan ada kekerasan lah dalam rumah tangga begitu. Jadi Mas Mbak, you see that I'm sure that the first time when they were together, everything was beautiful, everything was okay. They enjoyed their togetherness at the time. But then after several times, after they live together, then it can be seen that they could not make the situation equals. Maka akan ada ketimpangan ya, seperti itu. Dan sepertinya maka posisi si wanita usually will be dominated if we read the news, if we read the stories. Saya tidak tahu bagaimana kabarnya si Reno Barak dengan siapa? Reno, siapa istrimu?
Syahrini, Pak.
Syahrini, Pak.
Syahrini, bagaimana kabarnya si Reno Barak dan Syahrini? Bagaimana kabarnya Reno?
Sepertinya baik-baik saja, Pak. Tidak ada berita.
Ya, baik-baik saja. Ya, kalau tidak ada beritanya itu bisa dua sih. It can be everything okay, atau juga memang tidak okay. Saya sebenarnya tidak terlalu yakin dengan itu. Jaraknya lumayan jauh kan ya? Syahrini kan lebih tua daripada Anda, Reno. Betul ya?
Sepertinya iya, Pak.
Anda tidak tahu istri Anda, Reno?
Kurang tahu, Pak.
Itu susah, ya. Jadi, Mbak, untuk Anda semuanya, Mbak, so be careful when you were with your boyfriends, because later they will be your husbands, if they were, ya, mungkin nanti lah. So make sure that everything is okay for you. Kadang-kadang susah memang. Mencari istri susah, mencari suami juga susah. Jadi make sure that everything is okay. Biasanya sih kalau untuk hal semacam ini kita lihat pengalaman, you will be in the female, the woman, you will be in the lower positions. So you have to make sure that everything will be okay with you later in the future. That your husband can guarantee your life, that he will always be the same as the first time he saw you. Okay. Mas Mbak, Anda lihat pada bagian berikutnya. Okay. Sociocultural factors have inestimable influence on a person's mentality, behavior, ideological action, religious belief, and values. So there are a lot of factors that can influence how someone will be. Anda lihat di sini, ada banyak lah. Kadang-kadang memang everything sepertinya, everything that we have, it seems that is okay. That's how it should be. But the fact now, from the cultural concept of any region or country, people have different recognition and expect for different gender roles and behaviors. Itulah, itu berbeda. Karena gender is socially constructed, then it will be different in every region. Okay, the easiest example for us, if you want to know this, you can see that how females behavior in Indonesia and also in Arabian countries, and also how their behavior in Western countries. Anda bisa bayangkan kan berbeda sekali ya. Bagaimana mereka berlaku? Why? Because the society asked them to do so. We are lucky in Indonesia. I think that you can behave better, the woman I mean. Tapi kalau Anda bayangkan untuk saudara-saudara Anda yang ada di Arabian countries, sepertinya agak tidak sebebas Anda ya. Kalau Anda membaca berita, wanita boleh menyetir di Saudi Arabia, itu kan masih baru-baru saja. Before that, it was not allowed for them to drive a car. Begitu. Juga untuk pramugari, itu kan juga masih baru-baru saja setahu saya. Coba Anda baca lagi beritanya. Setahu saya demikian. But if you compare the freedom of life between Western countries people and here, ya mungkin Anda akan melihat berbeda sekali. They can behave better than us. You may say so. Ya mungkinlah dalam beberapa aspek. But in some other aspect, I think we are okay. Saya kira Anda masih dalam situasi yang nyaman lah menurut saya. Saya tidak tahu bagaimana menurut Anda, Firdausa. Do you think that you live in a good society?
Yes, sir.
Tidak dalam situasi yang sulit kan? Saya pikir Anda masih bisa menggunakan rok pendek untuk keluar, Anda masih bisa naik mobil, Anda masih bisa berjalan bersama dengan teman cowok Anda dan yang lain. Saya kira masih oke. But in a certain society, what you do, if you do so, then you will be punished. Saya kira Anda tahu lah, seperti itu. Kemudian, in traditional concept, woman's language is kind and polite, while men's is relatively simple, arrogant, and firm. So, finally, because of such condition, it also reflects in your language. Bagaimana Anda berbicara juga dipengaruhi oleh kondisi gender Anda kan akhirnya. Because a woman is under domination of men, then the way you speak must be softer than men. While men can do anything, it seems that you can say anything. Seperti ini dah gampangnya. Kalau Anda membaca, if you read the article that I uploaded in MMP, you see that it is about the use of swear words. Kok salah? Halo? Halo, kok salah? Kok salah Prasetyo? Ya. Will you say sorry? Swear words. Anda dari Jawa atau dari mana? Kok salah? Oke, baguslah. So you know the word sorry, Mas Mbak Janjo. Oke? Have you ever used such expression in your communication? Oh, Anda dari Jawa mana? Kok salah? Banyuwangi. But I think the words is not uncommon for you. I think it is familiar for you because it is still in East Java. So, Mas Mbak, okay, if you compare, mungkin Atta dan Reno saat mengatakan kata-kata yang sama will say less than Reno. Reno will say more than Atta. Kalau Anda lihat pada hasil penelitian yang ditulis pada artikel that you have got, then you will find that the swear words, the quantity of the usage, then it is found that male use it more than woman. Begitu. Itu penelitiannya dengan jumlah yang sama, dengan jumlah 15 cowok, 15 cewek. Dan kemudian didapati bahwa wanita akan mengatakan dengan lebih lembut, lebih sopan, seperti tulis di sini, dengan ungkapan-ungkapan yang lebih halus daripada cowok. Why it happens so? Ya, because of this one. Because of what we have discussed. Dikatakan pada bagian akhir, inherent social aspect will automatically become a powerful social stress and drive people to restrain their behaviors according to their gender modes. That's why then it is known why you speak differently. Why women softly and politely, while men speak firmly and arrogantly. Karena itulah Mas Mbak, akhirnya jelas mengapa cara kita berbicara berbeda. Mengapa cara Anda merespon when you also the choice of words also different. Anda lihat di sini, ini sepertinya when a child is born, society will make different effects on boys and girls. Ada sadar itu? Tadi disampaikan ini kan, namanya berbeda. Sebentar, ini sebenarnya terlontar. Oh iya, ini. Tadi saya sampaikan bahwa first they will be given a gender-specific name so that they will develop in the expected direction to satisfy their psychological factors and social roles. Okay, the easiest examples is your names. Okay, and then finally the way your parents treat you, and finally the way your parents teach you, and then the way they educate you. And society expects the boy to become a true man who can overcome dependence, fear, and passivity, and build a more positive, independent, and adventurous characters. Speeches show manhood. You know manhood, how to be a man. So that's why boys speaking is rude, or they speak with rude keynotes, and it is accepted. Kemudian, on the contrary, girls usually keep clean, tidy, and quiet to become gentle, virtuous, and kind-hearted ones. So they talk like elegant ladies with standard pronunciation and correct grammar. There cannot be taboos and spells. So this is what is hoped from ladies. See the last, there cannot be taboos and spells. Anda tidak bisa mengatakan hal-hal yang jorok, just like si RC atau Jehan atau Reno says. You have to say something that is nice, polite, and soft. If you behave just like men, then you will be considered different. Begitu kan? And then people slowly will avoid you. They will go away from you. And then they say, no, do not contact, do not be together with that woman, with that girl. Begitu. If you see the topic of your conversation, sports is the topic in men's conversation. Tapi kalau untuk wanita, you see here, they talk about family life, individuals, and emotions. So the dialogues showing directly one's inner lives are more from women. On the contrary, men are inclined to hide their feelings. Bagaimana dengan Anda? Apakah demikian? So far, what do you think? Untuk pernyataan yang terakhir, one's inner life are more from women, kemudian men are inclined to hide their feelings.
Yeah, I think it's true, sir. In our community.
Yeah, you see that if you read more. Now it is suggested not only for women but also for men to express their emotion and their feelings when they face something, especially when they are in sadness. It is said so now. Why? Because usually we as men, we just keep the feeling inside. We do not show it. Why? Because we want people see us strong. We want people see that we can do this one. We we finally can achieve what we wanted. Although for now we are not in a good situation. Tapi kemudian now the result then you become stressed and desperate in certain condition. So that's why then again it is suggested for us, for men especially, to express our feelings. Jadi kalau Anda ingin menangis, dipersilakan untuk menangis. Kalau Anda ingin to tell others about what you feel, curhat begitu kan? Kalau Anda lihat pada beberapa saat yang lalu, saya pernah membaca mengenai kolom. Kalau Anda lihat di Kompas, Anda suka membaca koran, Mas? Mas, Mbak, semuanya? Di koran Kompas, saya lupa, pada hari Sabtu atau hari Minggu biasanya itu. Ada beberapa bagian yang menceritakan bagaimana yang berhubungan dengan kejiwaan itu. Di sana saya dapati bahwa saat ini bukan hanya para wanita yang menulis di sana, but also men. They express their feelings. They ask advice, suggestion, what they have to do when they experience this situation. Anda lihat di koran Kompas itu ada. Nah, dan didapati banyak cowok juga yang menulis, bapak-bapak, bukan hanya wanita. Next, it's mainly related to males and females mentalities. Women prefer to harmonize and soften interpersonal relationship, while men just think about showing their leading roles and assert their dignities. Ya, tentulah. Because you have to show your manhood. Then it is not allowed for you to cry, to be sad, or to be stressed. Ada diharapkan untuk demikian. While such activities is said only happens in women, not us. Saya diharapkan juga tidak demikian oleh ayah saya pada waktu itu. But then, I think now it can happen to us, not only to females but also to men. Oke, itu kalau Anda membaca Wardorf, saya kira juga akan Anda dapati bagian itu. Itu tadi kompilasi dari beberapa sumber. Tapi intinya memang we speak differently. Okay, if you want to get more experience, you can read the articles that you have got. Anda lihat di sana bagaimana pengalaman, dan Anda lihat sendiri. Does this happens to me, to you? Apakah Anda terjadi pada Faisa, Alessandro, Rifki, atau Novan, atau yang lain? Apakah sesuai atau tidak seperti artikel yang di situ? But I think that I evaluate myself. I think it is true bahwa saya akan lebih mengatakan kata-kata tadi saya sampaikan ke siapa tadi yang dari Banyuwangi, kata-kata kasar lebih banyak daripada istri saya. Okay. Although I try to hold my emotion. Mas, Mbak, sampai sini ada pertanyaan? Saya harap nanti akan saya buatkan assignment lagi untuk tugas Anda. Dan saya meminta Anda untuk membaca itu, Mas, Mbak, apa yang saya upload untuk artikelnya. Kemungkinan minggu depan saya minta Anda untuk menceritakan apa yang Anda dapat dari artikel itu. Tadi adalah pengantar untuk memahami lebih jauh that it is true that we speak differently because of the gender. Ada yang mau ditanyakan berkaitan dengan tugas dan diskusi kita hari ini?
Minggu depan kan hari raya, Pak.
Minggu depan, sebentar. Oh iya, sudah hari raya ya? Kita ketemu hari Kamis ya?
Iya.
Oh ya, oke. Okay, if there is change, yeah, of course, I will not make class on next week. Yeah, you will celebrate Idul Fitri. Yeah, we will not have class on that day. If I can manage time, I will make it before, or if not, then I will reschedule for the following weeks. Begitu. Tapi untuk setidaknya untuk tugasnya ada siapkan sajalah. Ada kerjakan apa yang telah disarankan oleh Bu Yanti. For the rest of you, you will get the response later. Nanti Anda lihat di MMP. Kalau sudah ada, akan saya sampaikan di grup. Oke, saya akan ada di grup Anda. Oke, Mas, Mbak. Oke, sampai sini ada yang mau tanyakan lagi?
Ya Pak, maksud saya mau bertanya Pak. Yang dimaksud open speech itu gimana Pak? Sepanjang matkul ini tadi saya bingung open speech ini gimana. Sementara saya cari di internet itu kayak nggak nyambung gitu Pak.
Open speech tadi itu milik si Bhagavad Gita tadi kalau tidak salah.
Ya, maksudnya definisi open speech itu gimana Pak? Saya bingung ini maksudnya open speech itu gimana gitu Pak?
So you see that at first I also got confused with the expression what open speech is. That's why then we asked Bhagavad to explain. So if you follow the discussion from the first, I also didn't understand, just like Bu Yanti didn't understand what Bhagavad means. Itu tadi, Bhagavad, Anda bisa menjelaskan tadi open speech Anda?
Iya, itu apa ya? Mungkin saya translate-nya tidak melihat cultural konteks di bahasa Inggris, Pak. Jadi, itu maksudnya kayak, wah, mulai lagi ceramahnya. I mean like that.
So, Sidan, you have to understand the background of the scripts. If you just get the words open speech itself, then it is hard to understand. So you have to follow all the scripts that Bhagavad has made. Nanti akan saya uploadkan saya akan upload untuk ini, untuk saran yang dari Bu Yanti, supaya Anda semuanya bisa melihat. Sidan, nanti akan saya upload di sini.
Yes,
nanti Anda bisa melihatnya juga. Oke, Mas, Mbak, if you have no further comment or questions, thank you for your joining in Zoom today, and we'll meet again. Not next week. I'll arrange for the reschedule of our meetings. I'll tell you later in group. Thank you. You may leave Zoom and always keep yourself healthy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.